live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that sounds like you are in the right place at the right time. So welcome or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I encourage you to explore some of the older content that I have because although I do post new videos every single week, I have over 400 quick videos designed to help you become a better trader. So I'm sure you can find what you're looking for, whether it's about market structure, entry points, or candlesticks. But if you're looking for something more specific, you can always leave me a comment below this video and I will add your request to the queue. Also, don't hesitate to ask me questions because that's how I get my video ideas as well. I make this content for you all. I want to make sure that it is relevant and helpful. So in today's quick video, we're going to be doing a trade breakdown, and this is one of my favorite types of videos. If you've been on my channel for some time, this probably sounds really repetitive and redundant, but if I'm constantly trading, there's always going to be a trade to review. And with this style, I have over 125 videos. If you want to see how I trade, what is my thought process, how my trading process is now versus how it used to be, you can always go to my real wins and losses Forex playlist. But this is basically where I review a trade that I posted for my trading community. I typically post a couple of trades a week, and this is the format. So I posted this trade on August 17th, 2025, and I said I'm looking for buys on gold. I gave a recommended buy stop at 3344. I set my stop loss at 3334, which is about 1,000 pips. And I also gave a bunch of TPs in 1,000 pip increments. Now, 1,000 sounds like a lot, but when you're trading something like gold, this is pretty typical and standard. And I usually set my TPs for 1,000 pips, and more often than not, they hit. So don't be intimidated by that big number. You just have to learn to trust your trades. So this trade was actually posted at 9:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to head over to TradingView and I'm going to show you exactly why I took this trade and how it played out. Now, if you don't have a TradingView account, that's perfectly fine. You can always create one for free by using the link down below this video. I love TradingView because it allows me to do all of my chart markups. It has so many different free features that you can use even before you commit to a paid plan. And what you're going to see in this video is that I'm using the free features and I'm also using only one indicator, which is perfect if you only have the basic plan. So we're going to go to August 17th and we're going to go to 9:09 p.m. or get as close to it as we can. And we are going to see what was going on. So that was this candle around this time. And it also was on the 4-hour time frame. So let's actually delete these lines so we can take it from the top. So when I came into the market, I do the same thing that I always do. This is the process that I have for my trading. It's extremely important and helpful to have a process because it takes all of the confusion out of it. You're doing the same exact steps every single time, and it's just a matter of if the trade is going to go in your favor or not. It's like driving a car. When you get in the car, you're going to have to turn the car on. You're going to have to put your seatbelt on. You're going to have to check your mirrors. You may adjust your seat. It's just the same thing every time. You can't get in the car and drive without starting it. You should not drive without your seatbelt. There's just a list of confirmations that you have before you start driving. But if you are a driver, it's just second nature. So the first thing that you want to do is select your time frame. I typically like to check between 1 and 3 time frames just so I have a better idea of what the market is doing. Most times I start on the daily, but today I'm going to be starting on the 4-hour. Now, the first thing we're going to do after we choose our time frame is we are going to use the horizontal line, which you can find on your left panel, right? And we are just going to mark up previous areas of support and resistance, or areas where we can see that the market had some type of strong reaction. Now, when I say strong reaction, it means that if the market has come to this point before and then you see significant selling action, or if it comes to a point and you see significant buying action, that's going to be a point of interest. And the reason why this is important is because the market is always going up and down and revisiting the same areas. So if you know where it's been, you can have an idea of where it's going, and this can help you set your take profits, your stop losses, and even your pending orders if that's something that you incorporate into your trading style. Now, before you even decide to buy or sell, this is important because this is what is going to guide those parameters for the trade. Now, the next thing we're going to do is check the momentum and see which side is actually in control. And what I mean by this is you'll notice that there are two different color candles on your charts. You have red and you have blue. Blue candles let us know that the buyers are in control and pushing price higher and higher. Red candles let us know that the sellers are in control, pushing the price lower and lower. Now, what you might see sometimes is the red candles may be very strong and in control, right? We see the red candles are actually getting bigger and stronger, but then we see that the red candles get smaller, right? And as the red candles get smaller, even if it's temporary, we see that the blue candles got bigger, letting us know that at least for these 8 hours, the momentum has shifted for the side of the buyers. And vice versa, you might see the blue candles being very strong and consistent, but eventually you'll see the blue candles are running out of steam. The red candles are getting bigger, letting us know that the market wants to change direction. So in this case, we can see that the red candles were actually getting smaller. And in this first 4 hour candle, because the market just opened, it looked like the buyers were picking up momentum. So something that I used to do when I was beginning my trading journey, but I do encourage everybody to still do, is just to keep a checklist, whether this is physical, mental, or digital on your screen, of the confirmations that you are collecting for the buyers and the sellers. So the first confirmation we have for the buyers is that there's a bigger blue candle and there's smaller red candles, letting us know that the market may be shifting. So I'm going to give one confirmation to the buyers. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because whichever side has the most confirmations based on this checklist and clear analysis, that's the way I'm going to take the trade. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to trade what I want. I'm literally going to trade what I see. So we've determined that the momentum looks like it's shifting to the buyer side. The next thing we're going to do is check in with our stochastic. Now, this is the only indicator I have on my chart. If you would like to use this indicator or try other indicators, you can click the indicators, metrics, and strategies tab, and you can search for what you're looking for. You can click it one time and it will be on your screen. Now you will see a lot of different types of stochastics, but you just want to go with the original one that has nothing after it. And if you really like it, you can click the star to the left and this will add it to your favorites. Now this indicator is so advanced. They have books written about it, but I'm going to break it down for you really simply and show you how I use it. I ask myself 3 to 5 questions when it comes to the stochastic. The first question is it facing up or down? If it's facing up, that's usually a reflection that the market is going up as well. And I'll just highlight some examples of this. We see the stochastic facing up. We see the market going up. We see the stochastic facing up. Even if for a short period of time, we see the market going up. But this technically isn't a short period of time because this is the 4 hour time frame. We see the stochastic facing up. We see that the market is going up. The other question or the other answer to this question could be is the if the stochastic was to be facing down, that usually lets me know that the market is going down. So here we see the stochastic is facing down. Here we see the market is going down. Here we see the stochastic is facing down. Here we see the market is going down. Here we see the stochastic is facing down. Here we see the market is facing down. So that first question, is it facing up or down? We can currently see that it is facing up. So that is going to be another confirmation for our buyers. The second question I ask myself is, which line is on top? If the blue line is on top, usually that is in alignment with the market going up, so it's a buy confirmation. If the orange line is on top, that is usually a sell confirmation, and you'll notice that the stochastic is often facing down as well. So here we can see that the orange line is on top and the stochastic is facing down. Again, that's going to correspond with our sell. Here we see the stochastic is facing down and the orange line is on top. That's going to correspond with the sell, and the same thing here. On the other side, if we have the stochastic facing up and the blue line is on top, that is going to align with our buys. If this is making sense so far, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. I have so many different videos on the stochastic, on entry and exit points, and different strategies that you can try as a beginner, but this is my go-to. So I see that my stochastic is facing up and the blue line is on top. We're going to go ahead and give another tally to the buyers. Now, one of the most important things about the stochastic is, where is it currently at in terms of the levels, right? You'll see that there are three different lines here. The bottom line is the 20% line. The middle line is the 50% line. And the top line is the 80% line. If you would like to see these numbers for the stochastic, which will make it a little bit easier when you're doing your analysis, you can right click on your right panel. You want to click labels, and then you want to make sure that indicators and financial value labels is turned on, because that's going to let you see exactly where it is. Now, I'm letting you know this because the closer that the market is to either the 80 or the 20, that's going to be a better entry for you. What you will notice is that when it is crossing above 20, right, that's usually going to be the best time to get in for a buy. And I'll just highlight this. We can see that here it crossed above 20. The blue line was on top and it was facing up. Then we get the buy. Here we can also see that the stochastic was crossing above 20. The blue line was on top and it was facing up. And then we get this huge buy move. Now on the other side, if you see the stochastic facing down with the orange line on top and it crosses below 80, that's going to be the best time to enter. Now, this isn't the only strategy, but this is one that I found to be extremely simple to follow and very profitable. In fact, in July of 2025, I didn't take any losses in my trading account, which is something I haven't done since July 2023. But it wasn't until I really locked in with my strategy and followed my confirmations and entry checklist to a T. So we can see that the stochastic again on the 4 hour is crossing above 20. And you want both of these numbers to be above 20, not just the blue line, because that's the fast line and it will always move quicker than the orange line. But both, once both have crossed above 20, that's going to be an additional confirmation to get in for a buy. Now, for me, I like to grade my trades. I say 3 confirmations is good. That's like a C plus trade. 4 confirmations are great. That's a B plus trade. And 5 confirmations are fantastic. That is an A plus trade. So this is a B plus setup because we know that we are going to be getting in for a buy. What we're going to do is set our stop loss at a previous low, right? This is why we mark our lows. We're going to set our stop loss at that previous low. And then we're going to go ahead and set our TP at that first high. I believe the TP that I had was 3354. And then we're going to see what happens. We can even take this down to a smaller time frame just so we can see it a little bit more clearly. So we see that the market came up. We do get that break of structure at the next level. And then our first TP was actually hit. Even if you were only using 20 cents in this trade, you could have secured $28 just from following this simple process. Just to recap, the first thing that we did was mark our support and resistance lines. The next thing that we did was determine which side had the momentum. The third thing we did was go through the confirmations on the stochastic. Is it facing up or down? Is the orange or blue line on top? And is it near the 20 or 80% line? And if you can answer these questions and wait for the setup, you have a solid strategy. I always let you guys know if you don't have a process or confirmation checklist, you can always use mine. But I hope that this video was helpful. If you learned something today, please subscribe to the channel. I post content like this all the time. And again, I already have so much content on here that you can review. You can also like this video. That helps it to get in the algorithm and to get pushed out to other people who may find this content helpful. Also, if you want to connect with me outside of YouTube, I have all of my links down below in the description box. You can also join my community for free for 7 days so you can see more of my trade ideas because I typically only share them in the community or sometimes on TradingView, and then I will post the updates here on YouTube. So I really hope that this was helpful. Until next time, rich friends.